Previously on Survivor. After Sipei's blindside, Dante realized that he had no allies in the game.
No, it's way too from here. I'm literally on the chopping block.
Kobus and Jacques confronted Rob about being left out of the vote.
I'm not sure why I wasn't informed.
Exactly, I would have gone along with it. Next time I want to be in on whatever is being discussed.
After Dante won reward, he chose Letitia, Mike, and Maba to join him, which angered the rest of the castaways.
He took the weakest because he knows that they don't stand a chance against him at the next challenge. He's keeping us weak.
It's frustrating towards Rob a lot that Dante is beating him at challenges. As long as he keeps staying annoyed, I'm staying out of the spotlight.
At the reward, Dante once again attempted to get the loose change players to vote his way.
Kobus, he's hiding so well.
I gave loose change players a chance to perform and progress in the game.
After Durao gave up his vote to Tribal Council for a cheat code at the Island of Secrets,
all I gotta do is just remember the sequence.
he won individual immunity.
Durao wins immunity.
Mike convinced Rob and Durao to rather flush Jacques' idol than go for
So
Maba.
go for Jacques and Dante, split it in half, but make Jacques get scared. He'll play the idol tonight. If he doesn't, be next week, and we can take quarters after.
Yeah, I like that.
At Tribal Council, Steffi was upset that she didn't know about the idols at play,
If anyone is in possession of an idol, does that not make them a threat?
which got Jacques worried.
And again, it's not an easy decision to make.
Jacques did not play his idol,
That's 3-vote Jacques.
and Dante became the fourth member of the jury. 9 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Tonight I survived an assassination attempt from within my own alliance. I find it extremely vain on their part, sitting there looking down and accusing me for not sharing my information when they're not sharing theirs.
Can we please share why Kobus is always left out of the voting, scheduling, changing all the time?
And if you guys come get a banana, I can't see you.
The smaller the circle becomes in Survivor, the more brutal it becomes, and the harder you have to punch just to stay above water. So it's really tough. Don't even punch her twice by our like magic number of 8.
I don't know if I wanted to upset because we can't do anything about it.
Maybe you should speak to Rob.
Count me out. I don't want to do anything about it.
He's upset, but he doesn't want to show his emotions, so he's just trying to suppress what he's feeling. But I can see it's bugging him, and being on the out twice in a row, and with people who he trust or thought he can trust. They put themselves in this high position where they are right, and if you don't do what the way they do it, you're wrong. We are now treacherous, deceiving players. We've got ulterior motives and are deceitful.
It's things like this that will make me not vote for someone specifically on the end when I'm on the jury. If they want us to be truthful and whatever, and they tell these things to us, but
It's actually cutting down to it.
they cut them down to it.
Yeah, I agree. People sleep.
Following Tower Council tonight, I'll have to speak to the Alliance tomorrow and find out who wrote down Jacques' name and why, and what's the thinking behind it. I don't understand 100% what the logic was tonight.
Obviously, they're gonna be pissed that the person go off the island that was supposed to be off. Yes. So what more? I don't feel that I need to explain anything else. 3 people voting for Jacques was intentionally put there in order for him to flash his idol, so that he can just be on alert that we're watching out for him. The tribal councils are gonna get worse.
Absolutely.
It's important for me to see truth, love, and respect in the people that I align myself with. If I can see there's a inch or 10% of deceit in your eyes, I have to cut you loose. Do you know the funniest thing for me in this?
Yeah.
Is that Jacques and Kobus are playing for the jury. They're sucking, exactly. They're sucking up to the jury, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna play that game.
I don't know if anyone in the current scenario is too trusting of either Jacques or Kobus.
I don't trust, sure.
Especially after what happened last night at Tribal Council. Keeping Jacques and Kobus in this game is dangerous. We don't know what they've got up their sleeves. They obviously play to the jury, which means that they are in good standing when it comes to votes. So they need to go.
Last night's tribal council blew the top 7 wide open. I mean, Jacques and Kobus are now completely fragile and insecure about their position in the tribe.
And for me, it was more a fact of not saying we got this weapon, let's use it to make a move. For me, it was we know where it is, we don't have to worry. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a different motive between saying I want to. For me, it was almost like if I can go to the end without using it, it'll be fine. I just know that it's not going to be used against me. I will even burn it at the next tribal council, just to solidify the trust.
And the fact that you didn't play it last night should be evidence of that to her.
Yeah.
She can see your evidence already in your actions. It's not a selfish motive.
I choose to believe that integrity is more important as long as you stick and stay true to the original alliances that you've made. But beyond that, you're going to have to blur some lines. Which is interesting because Steffi's blurred lines before, but now she's taking the moral high ground and really coming down hard on Jacques for not being completely honest.
How did your conversation with Jacques go?
Yeah, good. He's not getting emotional, he's not panicking, which is important.
I would like to believe that you, me, Rob, and Steffi are still good. Even if I can see.
I hope so, but I'm assuming so. I don't want last night to make us doubt everything.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. I don't mind keeping Jacques around because the target is on his back at the moment for being untrustworthy. So, for as long as I am not the target on my back, I'm keeping Jacques. It's easier for me.
Come on in, guys. You guys ready to get to your next reward challenge?
Yes, please.
Okay, quite fittingly, this challenge is about opposing forces working together to achieve a common objective. Sound familiar? All right. In this challenge, the opposing forces will be your hands pulling a set of handles apart. Suspended between them, a heavy metal bar shaped like a key. If at any point during the challenge you release tension on those handles, the bar will slip through and will shatter a tile. Last person standing with their bar still suspended wins this challenge and reward. Guys want to know what you're playing for?
Yes.
For today's challenge, we have 3 rewards up for grabs. You can pick one of them. You'll either be playing for a delicious meal, vegetables, steak, and mashed potatoes.
Wow.
And of course, a glass of fine red wine to wash it all down, or an advantage in the game. Or you could pick to play for love in the form of letters from home. Okay, here's the thing. You will only be competing against the other castaways that are vying for the same reward. So I'm going to give you a moment to think about what reward you want to play for, and then we'll get to it. Okay, up for grabs. Food, letters from home, or an advantage in the game. Who's playing for food? Nicole, Dural, just the 2 of you. Okay, who's playing for letters from home? Most of you, Mike, Letitia, Jacques, Steffi, and Kobus. And who's playing for an advantage in this game? Rob and Maba. All right, Everyone playing for food, you're up first. The rest of you stay where you are.
Ciao, guys.
Good luck.
All the best, guys.
Thanks.
Here we go. Playing for reward in the form of food. Take up tension. Lift. We are game on. Playing for a juicy steak, veggies, mash, and fine red wine.
I have to make it worth it, Nico. I passed up letters from my family.
You know, I admire you a lot, eh?
Don't go there, Nico. Thanks, Durao. I
Yeah.
admire you. It's an honor to stand next to you here.
But the thing is, I know if I compete against you, this challenge isn't going on forever. You know that, right? I need the food, but I feel like you need it more. All right?
Durao is out. Nicole wins reward.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. What just happened?
You don't have it.
You deserve it.
You an epic guy.
Nicole, come on over. Lots of emotion going on right now. Talk me through it. What's going on?
To choose food over family means you have to make it worth it. So I was ready to give everything today.
There it is. There you go.
Not on wine.
Thank you.
I'll bring this over. Grab a seat. You cannot share this with anyone.
Can't I?
Nope. Playing for letters from home as Nicole tucks into her steak and veggies and some fine red wine. This better be worth it. Take up tension. Lift. Nice and high. Game on.
Plain potato mash. I've never tasted anything better. And I'm not usually a mash person.
Kobus deep in the zone from the get-go. Jacques, eyes closed, he's in the zone. Steffi. Letitia, deep in the zone. Steffi leaning backwards. Already feeling the strain of that metal bar.
Hang tight, Steph. Hang tight, girl.
Steffi, a little bit of a slip. Nice recovery there. She catches it. But is that a sign of things to come? Moments reprieve there for you, Steffi. Hang in. This is the outlast part. Steffi looking around to see how the others are doing. Within seconds into this challenge, everything starts burning. You need that core to make it further in the game. And just like that, Jacques is out. Jacques grab a spot on the bench. Letitia is out of this challenge. Kobus, you are out of this challenge. Grab a spot.
Steffi, do you want a letter? Do you want a letter? Do you want a letter?
Please.
And just like that, Steffi wins reward.
Right now, Merge, everyone is citing the next threat. So if I play this game so far where I allege that challenges don't matter to me and suddenly I'm competing as hard as I can, it creates ample opportunity for me to be blown out the water later on. It would be suicide in this game. So that's why I make my decision.
I'll be moving on to the final round, playing for an advantage in this game. Rob, Mabba, you're up next. Nicole, looks like you need a top-up.
Nico, I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, this is not usually part of my job description, but...
Thank you, Nico. Cheers.
Rob, Mabba, playing for an advantage in this game. Take up tension. Lift. We are game on. Very brave. For Mabba, going up against Rob.
Breathe. Fight as hard as you can, guys.
Both of them deep into the zone from the get-go.
Only pain, Mabba.
Both of them eyes closed, focusing. Intense concentration. Within split seconds,
Pull it.
your body starts aching, your core starts burning. Mabba feeling it.
There.
Not letting go easily on this one. Mabba, this is where you dig deeper than ever before. This is what you came to do in this game. Go places you don't usually go.
This is your moment.
That's it, Mamba.
Work through the pain, Maba.
Nice, Robbie. Nice, Maba. Keep it up, guys.
And Maba is now. That means Rob wins reward.
Good efforts. Good effort, Maba. Well done, Robbie.
Well done, Rob. Rob, come on over.
Well done, Maba.
What was going through your mind right there with that win?
I was proud of Maba. She really did well.
Maba?
Good job. Well, good job.
Had you known that you were going up against Rob, would you have done it?
Definitely.
I like it. Okay, Rob, that means the advantage is yours. Open it up right now and read it to everyone.
Wow. It's going to be good.
Hands are shaking. What's going on?
Because I'm scared. I don't know.
All right.
This could be a double-edged sword. Okay, your advantage awaits you on the Island of Secrets. Head out now.
Island of Secrets awaits. Off you go.
He's Bobby, well done, bro.
Cheers, bro. I'll miss you. Please eat.
Everybody else, I've got nothing for you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. You may want to carry Nicole.
I didn't think I will pick a letter over food, so I'm just a bit disappointed in myself for not having my own letter from home.
So I kind of miss this place. Yet I am a bit weary because last time I made the deal with this devil island of the secrets, I came off second best. I'm interested to see what it has in store for me this time because it can't be any worse than it was last time.
Your endurance at the challenge has led you to this advantage in the game. Your advantage is to practice the puzzle, which will be at the end of the next immunity challenge. In addition, you'll also receive the same food reward as was on offer today. Nice. As well as your letter from your loved one.
I couldn't be happy about the food, but then I see a letter from home. And that is soul food. I'm not stressing for a second being away from the tribe. I have control of most of the board.
That's what I'm all about. Umzulu Pelalo.
I have an information hub in that island, so everything happens and it flows through me.
Wow. The joys of life without a Dante stressing me out at challenges.
The moment I opened that letter, I saw my father's handwriting. I can recognize his handwriting from a mile away because it's ugly as hell.
Hi, Robert. Congrats for having made it this far. Well done, and we are proud of you.
My father's never said that to me before. I know he feels it and he shows it to me every day, but he's never said it.
On the home front, things are okay. Lucky's son was born.
One of my younger brothers is now a father. I'm an uncle now, so malum.
Lots of love from the whole Pentile family.
When you go that far back home, it takes some time to get back into the game, which is why I'm glad I'm here in the Island of Secrets. I can cry in peace, and hopefully I can go back into the game tomorrow, the usual Rob eventually again.
I want to know if we are going to make fire and eat something, because this needs to last another 10 days.
Yeah, that looks like a lot, right? 9. Is that a lot?
Are you good?
I'll pick one with
Okay. I never thought I would pick a letter from home above food, but as soon as I got the option between food and the letter from home, the empty tummy was nothing in comparison to the empty heart.
Go enjoy your letters. Be with your man. Soak up every second. You deserve it.
So bummed about my letter.
Kobe, do you want me to start the fire first before I go?
Yeah, I think so.
The letters of the loved ones was, I mean, everybody's craving that. One person walks away with a letter and your letter's there two spaces away from you. And that messes with the person's mind.
It's literally all I needed to just replenish and just to get a restart in this game because this game is hard. Finish the race, my baby. to the best of your ability. Binnenkort is ons weer in mekaar se arms. Till then, show them how to outwit, outplay, and outlast. Mikey,
Hello.
how's it going?
How was it?
I don't know what to think.
You don't need to. Seeing you happy makes me happy. It's torment that the letters are there. It's terrible. But it's 10 more days.
That's such a beautiful world. We look after each other till the end.
I'm feeling very upset. I did the right thing in my heart, but I could see my family's letters like a meter away from me. Something that I've learned in this game is that, like, when you can be kind, you must be kind, because there's lots of horrible things that go on under the surface.
My last wish for whatever we've created that day on Talo is one more vote as a unity towards Mara. I am really trying hard to emphasize the importance on a pact made 10 days ago. I'm asking for one last stop on our train to get us to 8. Not voting him, me, him, you, Rob Onefel, or Letitia. Then there's one person that wasn't part of it at the beginning, and we take it from there. I think people get paranoid, which is not needed right now. Then they start creating these cracks in the alliance.
But then I also have a request that you flash your idol at the next.
I will do it. I would do it if it secures us, our group of people. However,
that idol.
But now I'm going to say now, I understand. But now let me ask you this question: you think I am the only person in the tribe of 9 people that has an advantage in my back? 100% honest, yes or no? With how many people I've gone to the Island of Secrets? Do you think I'm the only person with an advantage? Yes or no? Yeah. Do you think there's 8 other people that has nothing up their sleeves? I'm asking.
I don't know, because I've been to the Island of Secrets for 3 days and I got nothing.
I know what I'm saying. Let's say Rob comes back. How are we going to handle Rob's advantage now? You understand what I'm saying? So
I get you.
If we all agree on consensus, I will gladly do what the group.
More water, please, Bobby.
Got it. I will gladly do what the group wants. Coming out here, I had one objective. That is to get my wife to visit the island. Anything after that is a bonus for me. Now that I've got the advantage, if she comes here, I've got a guaranteed visit with her. This is what it says. Oh, wow. This is a reward still. Okay. My plan is, I want to make the loved one visit, and whatever happens, I steal that. If we like to make the loved ones visit, I'm going and you're going. And with this, if you can get me to the loved one visit, it is a 100% guarantee of a night or a day with your mom at Samoa.
Yes, no, definitely. You've got my support on that.
Yeah. It's a win-win. It's a low-risk, high-return investment, and for me, it's simple guarantee in the game up until that time.
I think we go 5 Jacques, 3 Bobby.
But Jacques will play that.
He will, but then they'll have 2 and then...
Yeah, it's definitely the important thing is Province won't win immunity today.
We are planning, obviously, to flash Jacques' idol, and we're going to split the votes between Jacques and Corvus. So who's going for Corvus and who's going for Jacques?
No,
I'm going for Jacques.
I think so.
You want me to vote Corvus then?
I think so too. I don't want you to. I just think it's a clear split. If you don't want to, you just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
No, it's
ladies
fine.
go for Jacques and
I need to
then-
man up in this game now. Every single vote that was orchestrated at Tribal Council went according to plan. Flawless. But the next Tribal Council is gonna be a game changer.
Come on in, guys. We'll now bring in Rob from the Island of Secrets. Are you guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Yes,
First things first, Durand. I need to take that back, bring it over. Thank you. Once again, immunity is up for grabs. If you want it, you have to earn it. Here's how it's going to work. For today's challenge, you need to make your way across an obstacle course whilst balancing a ball on a bow. Once you get to the other side, you place a ball, go back for the next one. Once you've got all three balls, you move on to the final phase of this game, which is getting all three balls into place on a curved wooden board using a steering wheel. The first person to do that correctly wins this challenge and immunity, guaranteed 1 in 8 shot at winning this season of Survivor SA. In addition, when we get back to South Africa, the person that wins this challenge will get to spend a month driving one of the most stylish and dynamic SUVs to date.
No.
The Mahindra XUV 300.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yes.
You guys ready to get to this?
Yes.
All right, we'll draw for spots and we'll get you set up. Playing for immunity. Survivors ready? Go! You have to grab that ball, place it on your bow, and make your way across this obstacle course. You drop your ball at any point, you go back to your mat. Rob first up on that balance beam. Steffi, Maba, and Letitia still struggling to get started. Kobus is off, he's got to go back. Rob going into the sideways cage, making quick work of balancing. Rob racing back for his second ball. Already taking the lead in this challenge. Jacques going through the cage. Jacques is through the cage. You've dropped it, go back, Kobus. Steffi making her way into the cage. Kobus now going in. Kobus places his ball, running back for the second one. Jacques coming through with his second ball. Mike going in with that first ball. Jacques places his second ball, going back for his third. Kobus one-handed balancing with that bow. If it drops, Kobus, you go again. Kobus going through sideways. Steffi coming in. Steffi, you're still in this. Rob coming in with his third. Kobus running back for his last. Jacques coming in with his third. Jacques has his third ball. Jacques and Rob on the last phase of this game, maneuvering those balls into place. Kobus one-handed again, coming across, trying to get in on the Jacques-Rob face-off. It is a race.
Yeah, to get away.
Mike, Mama, Nicole still on their first ball. Durao on his first ball. Look at this. Letitia on her first ball. Steffi coming in with her last ball. On the puzzle boards, we have Rob, Jacques, Kobus, and Steffi. Rob has his first ball landed in place on that final phase of the game. Durao has his first ball through to the final phase of the challenge. Nicole has her first ball through. Jacques has slotted his first ball. A race again between Jacques and Rob. Steffi and Kobus hustling to catch up. Rob has landed his second ball in place, making quick work now of the last phase of this game. The heat is on. Mama goes back again. Nicole coming in with that second ball. Durao coming in with his second ball. Letitia dropping it again. Letitia, you can do this. Concentration, focus, and small, subtle movements. That's how you win this one. Jacques has slotted his second ball into place. Race is on between Jacques and Rob for that final slot. Kobus slots in his second ball. And just like that, 3 people in it for that final win. Durao now making his way through. This final part of the game takes precision, finesse, absolute concentration. Small, subtle movements. Rob making his final approach. He gets this, he wins this challenge and immunity. And he drops it. Rob is back to the last ball, having to start giving Jacques and Kobus a chance to get in on this win. Steffi dropped. A race now to get that final ball in place. Person who does that first wins this challenge and immunity. 1 in 8 shot at winning this season of Survivor. Kobus in the lead with a few centimeters. Jacques just behind him. And he drops. Jacques going to the start. Kobus is now in the lead. Rob not wasting time catching up. Kobus has dropped his ball. Rob once again in the lead. Can he take it this time? 30 days into this game, every immunity win counts, can change the outcome of this game in a huge way. You want every win. Rob making his way around that last curve on his snake, and he landed this time. That's the toughest part of this challenge. He lands it. Rob wins immunity.
Thank you, Rob.
Rob, immunity is yours. Come and get it.
Still looks good on you.
Rob, with the immunity necklace safe from the vote at Tribal Council, guaranteed 1 in 8 shot of winning this season of Survivor SA. In addition, when you get back to South Africa, you'll get to spend a month in the new Mahindra XUV 300.
Wow.
Everybody else?
Too cool for school.
Fair game at Tribal Council. This incredible journey will come to an end for one of you. You have the afternoon to think about that. Lots of work to do. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
It's so good to be back home. I miss you, Mike.
Yeah, dude, you guys really did well.
Brilliant.
We were right on your ear.
Exactly. That was anyone's game.
So tonight is Tribal Council, and you've got one of two options. Go with the easy vote or make a big move. In my opinion, if I go with the easy vote, I'll still be here tomorrow. Mike, come here. I'm staying true to my word, to the split shaker 7, of keeping that 7 strong.
Yeah?
Where's your headspace at?
Right now?
Yeah?
I haven't even thought about tonight. Where are you going? I think it's Mother, isn't it? Isn't everyone going for Mother?
That's the plan.
Yeah, so then let's do that.
In other people's minds, they might think Kobus is going with the easy vote. Let's blindside him and get rid of him. I don't know if that route exists, and I don't believe it exists at the moment. I want us one last time to stick together as the split shaker 7 and get rid of someone that's not in the count. And my suggestion was Mother, but if you feel different,
You guys want
I'm going with
No,
you
why
guys
don't we go
decide.
for the round?
We can.
Why should
Honest.
we Mother?
We can go the other way.
I think let's go for the round.
You want to go for draft?
I'm down. Go down. Each lot.
We eliminate one more threat.
But are we all deciding on it?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue with this.
Okay, sweet.
So, we're voting.
No, we're not. Are we?
Oh.
Jacques and Kobus are going to be the ones who are going to be voted for.
We were smart, we put more on Jacques because he's got that idol. To make sure that if he doesn't play, he goes with the idol. most of the people in this game don't trust Corbus. They share the same sentiment as I do. So I definitely know he's working with Shark.
So which four are going to write Shark?
That's all I need to know. You guys tell me. You guys
tell me
do the
what
numbers.
I'm writing Corbus.
Okay, I'll go Jacques. Is that fine?
I'll go Shark. I'll go Letitia, you too? Okay, there we go. Sorted.
No, don't worry. We've done this thing. We've done this rodeo many times.
We're used to it, yeah?
Rob's purpose right now for me is that I like him a lot, very much, but he is someone who creates a buffer. I whisper things into his ear, he believes he comes to the conclusions, and then he makes the big move and gets the credit for it, and I can just sort of segue behind him. And hopefully one day, when he loses a challenge or something happens, the man will then leave the game, and I can be put into a pretty good position then. 2 more votes. One tonight, 1 more vote. We need each other, guys.
And at some point they're going to mention Marvel. Take over
But that's exactly why we need to get 2 more votes, because then we're down to 7. How many numbers do you need to win a vote at 7?
It's 4.
4. So we're protected.
Yeah.
Guys, just get to 7, and then it's open season. 2 more votes, and we're there. We can then determine our own fate. I planned for this moment, how to get into merge in a favorable position, and everything has gone right so far, and it's now about sealing the deal and getting to the end.
I came up with a good idea that I want to run past you guys. I think this will work brilliantly. Because right now, as it is, it's tribal council. Every last tribal council, they're trying to get people to do blindsides. And I'm scared that we might just get one ourselves, because it's very clear that we're going to take each other to final prix.
Yes.
I was thinking, in order to make sure that they don't get ideas of blindsiding us, I'm going to tell them that my advantage that I got is to, for the next 3 tribal councils, I can use it once. I can know 2 people's votes at tribal council. You see, then they'll be way too scared to ever blindside us.
But that's not a real advantage.
It's not a real advantage,
brilliant.
but I can say that.
I would be fine sitting at the final 3 with Rob and Nicole, because I kept my word. I'll not turn on one of the Amigos, and that is what I can guarantee at this given point.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with my vote for Jacques, and you're going to stick with the vote for Corbus, right?
I was going to go Jacques.
Jacques, I'm sending Jacques.
Okay, so I'm
But
still sticking Jacques.
stick
Everyone just
you
remember
in
I'm
Corbus?
voting Jacques. Someone just do the numbers properly before we go.
How did the Island of Secrets go?
Obviously, there was an advantage involved. I can promise it's not an idol and it's not a...
Look, I'm not freaking out about an idol or anything. I'm trying to stay true to my word. Every time before Tribal Council, my spit shaker 7's people is be like, yes, that's the plan, we stick to the plan. And then they go change it. Speak to me quickly.
Didn't you have the discussion already?
Yeah, but I know there's concerns.
Why?
I can see.
There's no concerns. We're getting rid of Durao.
Are we splitting our vote on Durao, or we're just putting all
No,
the votes on
we
Durao?
are flashing Jacques' idol.
Yeah.
That's happening, yes.
Yeah. And then it's Durao, the other one.
It became clear they still want to vote for Jog. That wasn't what we discussed just earlier. The idea was to row out of this game.
So I'm going Jacques. Jacques, that's all I need to know. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
peace out.
Now all of a sudden they still want to flash Jog's idol, so they're keeping me as far as possible in the dark, except if I physically walk up to them, shake them to tell me something. All right.
So,
You do you, boo.
okay, you too.
My Spit Shaker 7s aren't alive anymore, it's gone. I think taking easy votes is out the window. It's about making big moves now. Between Maba and Dara.
I said I got 3 people. If Mark's on board and is 4th, we might get Kobe as a 5th.
In this point of the game, we've got 2 people that's at the bottom, and they know it. Maba and Darao. They want in, somewhere. Jock is gonna give them an opportunity for somewhere to get in. Jock, Maba, and Darao votes for Steffi.
Yeah,
Steffi.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
then Jock just needs a fourth person to join in on that. Might be me, it might be Mike. If it's Mike, I'm not joining to keep my name safe with Nicole and Rob for just a tad longer. But the ball will change if Jock managed to do that, to pull Maba and Durao in.
So are you saying if I'm in, Corbus is in, and we're voting Steffi?
I'm not going to run to you around anything
No,
else.
it's fine.
We're not
I
going
got
to change
it.
the plan at all. We like Steffi. That's it.
Okay, cool. Jacques' plan makes sense because essentially we'll be taking the power away from the people who've been pulling the shots, and that's literally all I've ever wanted to do in the game.
Like, nobody knows about this, but it's like, I can promise you something. Nobody else needs to can promise, okay?
That's a cool thing. How do you keep finding these things?
You understand what this means? What's the most important reward for everybody out here?
For family visits.
And if I steal it, I give the certificate to somebody who lives. People are gunning for me. My name's been thrown out a lot. I've been called a threat and a snake and a thief and an idol hunter and all kinds of stuff. Some of it's true, some of it's not. But once you have a target in your back in this game, it's difficult to shrug it.
If you get through tonight, you know this game well. You know for a fact every single person here is becoming physically inclined.
But you don't understand. You don't understand. The problem is, after this vote, we're going to need numbers, right? And they're going to knock out one of our numbers, the Rao is willing to work with us. Do you honestly trust Steffi and Rob more than you trust me and the Rao?
I think I definitely trust Nicole.
If the plan falls through, then I'm going home anyway. If I pull this off, then it's a big move and we live to see another day. So I don't have a lot of trust in them, but at the moment, that's the only trust I have. So I got to go with these minority players at the moment.
Now bring in the members of the jury. Meryl, Jeffrey, Sipe, and Dante voted out at the last tribal council. Rob, at the last tribal, it was quite clear that the majority felt the person who was literally taking food out of your mouths had to go. And there he sits.
Correct.
Such a joke. So, if you didn't have immunity around your neck tonight, would you be a target, do you think?
In this game, no one is ever safe unless they have immunity or they have an idol like Shark around his neck.
Kobus, so at previous tribals, I got the idea that you feel pretty safe in a majority setup. Has that changed for you?
It's been 3 tribal councils where I get back to camp and I'm like, WTF just happened. So, you know, obviously I'm not reading the right script before we come here always, so I'm just saying.
Good analogy.
Okay, so Jacques, if we translate what Kobus has just said, what would you come up with?
Nico, Kobus and I are in a similar situation. We've both been blindsided twice.
So your summation is that you would be on the block tonight. I see you wearing jewelry tonight. Talk to me about that.
Nico, the previous tribal council, I took 3 bullet shots to the chest. Luckily not fatal, so I see this as a Kevlar vest tonight to protect me because I definitely believe I'm going to get some more ammunition come my way. I didn't even bring my bag, so I'm very comfortable as I'm sitting here right now.
Wow.
You can ask any one of these people here or the people sitting there. I've been speaking about one thing only since I've gotten on this beach, and that is my wife. And I really, 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 really want to make the loved ones visit. And I believe it is tomorrow, or if it's not tomorrow, then the day afterwards.
All right, so what you're saying is that tonight you're playing your idol?
100%.
No matter what happens?
No matter what happens.
Okay, so if you are safe tonight, and per your own calculations, you were the first one to go next.
Yes.
Who's after you?
Nico, I do not know who's after me. I'm not in the senior management of the Alliance. I am a troop soldier who's following orders.
Are we talking, once again, a majority vote tonight, where everyone kind of agrees that someone has to go and it kind of serves everyone's purposes and so it doesn't ruffle too many feathers? Mamba.
There are people that were sitting comfortably in the Alliance. but stuff has happened. They are starting to talk to other people that aren't necessarily part of the alliance. And it might work, or it might be too late.
Let's talk about that for a bit, because we're talking about old relationships versus possible new relationships. That old trust that one tries to bring through all the way to the end. But as you get closer to the end, you start realizing that the people you thought you could trust, you can't. Does that open the door for new relationships?
The door has always been open. It's just that people choose not to tap into those opportunities, but rather go in this blind faith of trust. And then on the last hour, suddenly, there are new opportunities. And according to me, those are always there. It's just that people, I guess, felt too safe.
Steffi,
Nico,
what could mess with your game right now?
broken trust, I guess. People not keeping to their word.
Dura, Steffi mentions trust, very important word right now. And with every day that passes, it becomes the most rare commodity in this game.
I feel that some people's trust have an expiry date at a certain point. They don't need you anymore. But there comes a time where they may break their trust and they may want to regain your trust, and that's impossible at this point. I think going forward, you need to at least trust 1 or 2 people and make sure those people have your back. And you got to make sure you have their back too. And if you have those 2 people, it can take you further in the game. But you can't be trusting everybody at this point.
Do we have a situation where everyone is where they are, and that's where you're staying because you've got this trust situation and that's where you're placing it all, and everything else is just too much risk? Nicole, are you locked in with your game plan? No room for change?
I'd like to believe that, Nico, because you have to sell out to something. And I've made my decisions, and if it costs me everything, then so be it. I'm willing to leave the game based on trust, because trust could get me out regardless. Because I don't know who's going to uphold that trust and who's not going to.
We are in the season of blindsides, so that could happen to anyone at any time. How much of that factors in to your thinking? Rob?
Literally, if you want to pull off a proper blindside, it has to go perfectly. But there's so many variables that can make it go wrong, and it's very dangerous, and I don't want to be a cowboy with my game.
So high risk, high return, Jock, if it serves your game. Because a blindside just to set off a firecracker to impress the jury, that's not going to work. It has to have a purpose, right?
No, 100%, Nico. I think that it depends on timing and a lot of things. At this point in time in the game, I'm not going to invest in cryptocurrency. I'm investing in a low-yield bond over the long term, and that is the way that's definitely where I'm going to vote tonight and play out tonight, so that I'm here tomorrow when the loved ones come.
Letitia, a lot of gaming going on here, a lot of planning.
Once we get back to the camp after a challenge, we know we're going to come to, I call it trouble council, not tribal council, because the troubles that this council causes is unbelievable.
Good one.
Everybody walks in and it's dead quiet, and they put their bags down, they tune that corner to that corner, one there, and it's chit, chat, chit, chat, chit, chat, chit the whole time. And for me to go and listen to every chit and chat and chit and chat is going to make me confused at my age. So I wait until everybody's had their chit-chats, and then I go to certain persons and go find what are we doing. Give my input, and I debate with them, and I argue with them, and if they can convince me, fine. If they don't convince me, then I go my own way.
Jock, you do not agree?
No. I'm not agreeing. I just think that it's easy to just follow orders in this game. And I feel that is a passive game plan, and it's not one that I want to be part of. I just feel that sometimes people can be too passive.
Mama, go, please.
Sorry, Jacques, but Jacques just contradicted himself. No. He says bond, long-term yield. Bond, to me, are passive. But yet he says he doesn't want to play the passive game.
I have one objective. I'm not here for $1 million. I'm not here to impress people. I'm not here to make big moves. I want to see my wife tomorrow. That's it. So whatever else happens, I'm comfortable with the plan just so I can be here tomorrow. That is my plan.
Passive game.
But my game is not passive. I talk to people, but I don't go and stand in every bush and talk to the people. The people that I want to talk to, I get them and I talk to them, tell them what I want, what I think, one doesn't have to be active running around like a bush baby to impress anybody.
Steffi, you are crying. What's going on?
No, Nico, it's just that people have been chatting all over the show today, and you see people taking walks, and it's a weird dynamic of people taking walks because you don't usually see them go for walks.
Are you saying something's changed?
Nico, the game can evolve the way it evolves.
Quibus, do you feel like there is a change happening in the order?
I made one last request towards everyone in my alliance for tonight. And I'm hoping we can oblige to it.
So you're in a position where you have to request the good faith of your alliance.
The word starting with a T, ending with rust.
Right, with that, it is time to vote. Rob, you have the immunity necklace. That means no votes can be cast against your name. Everybody else is fair game. Mike, you're up first. I'll get the votes. If anyone's in possession of a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do that. Jacques, I take that as a no.
Look at them. She must go.
I'll read the votes. First vote, Jacques. Jacques, that's 2 votes, Jacques. Quibus. Quibus, that's 2 votes Quibus, 2 votes Jacques. Steffi. Steffi, that's 2 votes Steffi, 2 votes Quibus, 2 votes Jacques. Quibus, that's 3 votes Quibus, 2 votes Steffi, 2 votes Jacques. The 13th person voted out of Survivor SA Island of Secrets and the 5th member of our jury. Quibus, that's 4, that's enough. Need to bring me a torch.
Bye.
Quibus, the tribe has spoken. Go. Well, a lot of plans were discussed here tonight. If yours didn't play out the way you wanted to, you have to ask yourself why and what you can do to change that for the next time round. Grab your torches, head back to camp.
Next time on Survivor.
So, what happened tonight was the biggest rookie mistake that Survivor's ever seen when it comes to flushing an idol. And I am to blame.
All 7 of you are going to say, tonight we close our eyes, all 7 vote Jock, and I get to decide who goes home.
I'm telling you now, it's game on. From tonight onwards, you're gonna fight every single day to stay in this game. And you're gonna lose. I promise you.